Hi and welcome to the Outpost RV. My name is Phelan. Our cameraman here is Henry, and today we're going to show you the Palomino SS1240. Couple things before we get started. This model here fits on a half-ton truck, and it fits on a 6.5 foot bed or an 8 foot bed, and I'll get into those details a little bit here in a little bit. And you also have two exterior colors. We order everything in cool gray, and white would be the other option. The reason we order in cool gray is because of the quality of the fiberglass compared to the white. The white is more of a performance glass, which is more known to us as Phylon. So it's much thinner. You can see the fibers in it. This is a gel-coated fiberglass here, much easier to repair. Doesn't show the black streaks near as quickly as what the white does. We'll get started here in the back. It does have your fold assist grab handle at the entry door. It does have what they call a friction hinge door, so you don't have the latches like we had in the past that get brittle, or you forget to unhook and you tear it out of the unit. This does have your integrated blind in your entry door now, so that is a nice feature. And you do have an amber porch light, and the mounting bracket beside that is for a backup camera. So if you'd like to add a backup camera, it is prepped and ready for that. The backup camera would be an additional cost. Here's your jacks. These do come with your manual jacks. I'll show you on the inside then. It does come with a crank handle that you can manually crank it. It also comes with an adapter that you can put on a cordless drill, and you can run it up that way as well, or you can upgrade if you'd like. It is pre-wired for electric jacks, so we would have to remove the heads on these, wire in the brain, add the remote, so you can upgrade to the electric jacks if you'd like, and then you can run each jack individually or all four together. It does have your roof system that goes up and down. You do have your cam latch, one at the four corners. It does have your safety pin that you can lock it in. Right here is your 20-pound LP tank. You'll notice there's magnetic catches to hold your compartment door open. So the 20-pound LP tank would come filled by the Outpost RV. And actually here is another, it actually comes with two manual crank handles. The adapter would be on the inside. I'll show you that later. Right here, this extra wing that you see here is where it gets into your 6.5 foot bed and your 8 foot bed. If you have a 6.5 foot bed, your bed would stop in front of your wing, and then we can close this off to a compartment. If you have an 8 foot bed, your bed rail will go back into this cavity, therefore we can't do that. And there would be your access door for that. Right here's your fresh water drain. This is your drain for the kitchen sink on the inside, so you don't have an actual holding tank for your kitchen sink. You can connect a water hose to this, run it out on the ground or in a tote. You have your city water connection above that. That's where you connect your water hose at a campsite. You have your outside shower with your hot and cold. I'm going to close this up just for a bit so we can see the water heater. This does have a different water heater than what they've used in the past. This is a tankless water heater. It is 60% more efficient than the water heaters that they've used in the past, and it's much more responsive. If you turn on hot water, you'll have hot water much quicker, and it'll go a lot longer. It won't cool down after so many gallons. It's pretty much endless hot water, and it's 60% more efficient. Here is a 12-volt outside receptacle. Here is, if you do a lot of dry camping, a Furrion solar port. If you do have a Furrion solar panel or would like to purchase one, you could do that to maintain the battery on board. There is another solar port up front. I'll show you that in here in a bit. Just reefer vents for air circulation behind there. 30 amp connection here. This is where you would plug into your campsite. And this would come with a detachable cord. It's not one that you pull out and push in, taken away from storage from the inside. And I'll show you that cord when we move to the inside. Freshwater connection. This is your freshwater holding tank. This is, if you do dry camping, you can fill your freshwater tank through this port and turn on your water pump switch on the inside for your water supply. Moving around the front here, You have a 7-way plug right here that is identical to the one on your truck. This cord is provided as well. This is a double-way, 7-way male that goes back, plugs into the 7-way on your truck. That is what powers the tail lights, the clearance lights, and also charges your battery while you're traveling. So whether you're plugged into your truck or whether you're plugged into 110, it will maintain or charge your battery if you're plugged into either of these two. Beside that is another solar panel port. So this is if you have any other solar panel that's not Furrion, you can alligator clip to this to charge your onboard battery. Here you'll notice there is a 4-inch bumper on the front. This is so the front of the camper does not rub against your truck. And then you'll also see it does have your cab window that does slide open and shut. Moving on over to the passenger side, there's not a whole lot over here. I did open the dinette window so you can see it does have cross ventilation. I know that's a lot of times a question we get asked. So this window does open, as well as your cab window. The window by the kitchen sink, however, does not. Here again is your wing. If you have a short bed, we can close this off. If you have an 8-foot bed, it goes back into that cavity. And I believe that concludes the outside of the 1240 by Palomino, and now we'll move to the inside. Before we move to the inside, I do want to go over the roof lift system with you. We have your control panel here on the inside. You'll notice there is an on and off switch. This here, you want to turn in the off position once the roof is down and latched in so nobody bumps the up and down and tries to run the roof while it is clamped down. Turn that on, and then you can operate the roof up and down. It is in the up position now. I'm going to lower it down just a little bit so you can see what it looks like. And for the most part, I'm not going to run it down for the sake of time, but for the most part, the canvas comes in by itself except for where the 4 jack legs are. So you would stop a couple inches before it's down and make sure that's tucked in by each leg and all the way around. And you can finish bringing it down the rest of the way. You will notice that the jack legs, some of them may shut off before the others. They're on limit switches. That way you can adjust the tension of your canvas all the way around. So they will not all stop together. They'll stop where they get shut off by the limit switch. Right beside there is your battery disconnect switch. This here, when you put the unit in storage, you can disconnect the battery by this switch. You don't have to dig down into the battery box and disconnect it that way. So that's a nice feature. Here's for your water heater. You adjust your temperature of your hot water and you can turn it on and off through this panel. Okay, as we continue on the inside, we have above there a cabinet door. So you do have storage in there. There is your adapter for your manual jacks on the outside and your additional handle. You have a nice countertop above that cabinet, and you also have a charge center here. You have USB ports and a 12-volt plug adapter here, and a receptacle. Step back here just for a bit, give you an idea of what the kitchen area looks like. And you do have an overhead cabinet above the kitchen. That would have a receptacle on, I'm not sure if it's on both ends, but I know the one end does have on this end. And back to the kitchen, we do have a large countertop above your refrigerator as well. This is a 110 gas and 12-volt refrigerator, so it's a 3-way, and you do have your separate freezer compartment at the top. You do have your 2-burner stovetop along with a single bowl kitchen sink with a high-rise faucet. It does have a sink cover. And your furnace, this would be a 20,000 BTU furnace. Down here in the base cabinet, you got your water pump switch right here, receptacle, And then you have a false panel here. They can only put hinges. You can access it by pulling these screws out of the hinges if you'd like, and revamp it however you want after you have it. But by code, Palomino cannot make that accessible because of the wiring and stuff underneath that cabinet. Okay, moving back over to the opposite side is your bathroom. This does have your toilet only, and outside of the bathroom wall would be your thermostat for the furnace, and your door to the toilet has a latch on the outside and the inside, and this does perfectly fit between your countertop and that cabinet knob. If you latch it in right there, as you can see, it gives you a privacy wall, and then you also have a privacy curtain if you would like to utilize that. This does have your toilet, like I mentioned, here on the inside only. It does not have a shower. You have some storage behind the toilet with some cargo netting and a large countertop. Moving over to the dinette, if you look at the pictures on our website, I do have the dinette table removed, and there is a plywood piece that comes along. You'll notice the black brackets there that it sits on, and there is a spare cushion that comes along as well that you'll notice up on the queen bed that does turn this into a sleeping down here in the dinette. Do have an overhead cabinet above the dinette as well, and at the foot of the bed you'll notice 3 cabinet doors, so this does give you some storage here as well all the way across. And you'll notice a handle right here that will lift up. It is on a gas strut that will hold that up for you. You have storage underneath the bed. Here you can see are your cords, your 30 amp cord and your double 7-way male, and your piece of plywood for your dinette if you'd like to turn that into a sleeping area. You do have your privacy curtain, one on each side of the bed. You do have your max air fan or Creative Breeze, I'm not sure which one it is, but the nice large one that can move air. On each side of your queen bed is a foot locker. This does open up and have nice deep storage, so it does give you a lot of nice storage on each side of your bed. Now moving back here, this carpet that you see on top right here where you step on to climb up into the bed area is removable. That is where your water tank, your water pump, your plumbing, your battery box, and all that would be in that cavity. I believe that concludes the inside of the SS1240 by Palomino. I'll do one more brief walkthrough for you here. And we are the Outpost RV. You can contact myself or Henry at 866-338-9845. Again, my name is Phelan, and thank you for watching.